Hey everyone, how's it going? Puntastic77 here, coming to you with some Team Fortress 2. How's it going? And Scream Fortress 2 has finally been released, and everybody is as excited or as frustrated as the next person. And I wanted to talk about that here. So, usually when I set up these videos, I usually discuss, what the footage in the background is. However, I am not going to be able to do that today because I am not sure which clips I'm going to be using to talk about the Halloween update here, because usually I will play a game and then come up with a topic or have something in mind that I want to talk about, and it will suit the gameplay as necessary, and the commentary will kind of supplement that. But with this, I just have things that I want to talk about, and then I will just put the appropriate gameplay behind that here. So now that that disclaimer is out of the way here, let's talk Halloween. I usually don't talk about the TF2 updates, but I think that talking about the major ones, like the Halloween update and the Christmas update, and I know they have like official names and things, but that's just how I remember them, as the Halloween update and the Christmas update. So we are on the Scream Fortress 2, or the Halloween update here, and I wanted to talk about that. So let's talk about Halloween in general here. I love dressing up for Halloween. I've come up with unique costumes for it almost every year, and since I was 16 years old, because there's kind of that period where you're young and you dress up for Halloween and it's great and you enjoy it, and your parents buy your costume and you kind of give them a rough idea of what you want. And then after you get into your like tweens, like you're like 13 to 16, maybe 11 to 16, something like that, and you're like, man, dressing up is stupid, that's for babies, man. Maybe even earlier, at like age 10 or 8, like, I'm double digits now, I don't need to wear a baby costume. But then it becomes more of a fun thing again. So this year I am dressing up as, it's a drum roll, Beetlejuice, and I'll put up a picture here of what I'm trying to get at, and hopefully that will be a good costume. Everything just came in the mail here, so I'm excited for that. So enough about that, let's talk about the update here. So, first thing I want to get out of the way with the update here is I am really disappointed at the amount of complaining that the community has done since the update came out. Now, since the time of this recording, the update has only been out for like 72 hours. Maybe less than 72 hours at this point here. I'm recording this on the Sunday after it came out. And just so much complaining from the community from the initial start. Oh, my contracts aren't working. Oh, this is not working, or the map is bugged here, or this is going on with that, or what's wrong with the developers. And we just keep getting this constant complaining about it, when I'm just sitting here saying this game is so damn old, and yet they are making updates for it. They're constantly fixing it here. Yes, it's slower. Yes, it's not as fast as we'd like it to be. But they're still working on this game and coming up with new, fresh ideas here. And yes, you can say the ideas aren't that fresh, but there are some things that I want to talk about that they have done that I think are really impressive, and I just want to talk about that. So, if you have not gotten a chance to play the TF2 update yet, there is a Halloween game mode, and you can go check it out. And there's a lot of new maps with a Halloween-y theme, and they have some sort of strange gimmick that has to do with Halloween. So, for example, one of them is a reskin of a different map. I always forget the name of it. I think it's called Viaduct, and it's called Iaduct. And basically, the gimmick on that is you fight a Monoculus, which is like a giant eye. And I think that's probably the main gameplay you'll see, is the Monoculus gameplay here. And basically, it's the same King of the Hill map at the beginning with some pumpkins scattered around. But the gimmick is that every certain amount of time or a certain amount of captures, I'm not really sure, Monoculus will come out of the middle of the map, and you are invincible from each other. You and the red team or the blue team cannot kill each other, and you have to defeat the Monoculus at first to be able to continue the game here. And Monoculus has these like crit rockets basically that shoot out of his eyes and kill you. And once you stun him a bit, he kind of disappears. You go into this portal, and you're able to go through this portal, which you get hit through. And then once you pop out of that portal, you get crits and invincibility to help you take out Monoculus faster. And it's usually a fun activity between people. And another map, which I think is Egypt or something like that. I forget the name of it, but basically it's a reskin of that, where you fight Erasmus and he comes out, and it's the same kind of mechanic where it's a King of the Hill map, and you are invincible against each other while Marasmus is up, and he kind of shoots fireballs, flings people away, and it's really interesting. And you have some standard payload maps where the cart is a cart with a ghost in it, and if the defense gets too close to the cart, you are not allowed, like it pops up this big yikes and you're stunned, kind of like if you were hit with the baseball, the Mr. Sandman. Now these little gimmicky things, there are some stuff that I like with it and some stuff that I don't like with it. So the Monoculus and Marasmus things, I really am not a big fan of that. I think it slows down the game to just an abysmally slow pace because you're constantly having to stop and fight these people, and I think the rate in which they appear is just way too fast. I mean, I've had to fight Marasmus, I think, on one occasion, maybe like 5 times. I think he got to level 3 or 4, and we had to fight him many times. The game took maybe like 20-25 minutes, and by that time, I was just so bored of it. But I understand that it's Halloween, so I kind of take everything with a grain of salt. But that's really, you know, what it is that I understand that I can't be the super tryhard that I want to be, you know, and win the game, because it's just Halloween. It's fun. You get a lot of cool drops and things like that. And yeah, it has made me kind of try different loadouts and things that I thought would be fun, you know, like some sticky jumping Demo Man, some unique spy loadouts, and then going back just to the classics. But at this point, you're probably seeing that the contracts have not been working for me yet, but I really don't care, because the contracts literally just lead to you getting stuff that you have to buy stuff with. So it's fun to complete the contracts, I understand that, but I really don't want to spend money on some crates and things that will only last for a few days, and then you won't be able to put them on for the rest of the year, or at least when there's a full moon out here. But these are just some little thoughts that I had on this. I think that the development team is doing very well when it comes to these things. I'm very excited for the next couple of months here to see what they do next with it. We're still waiting for the Heavy versus Pyro update to see what happened since the Pyro one. But yeah, let me know what you think about the Halloween update here. Let me know what you think about the little random clips that I got. What's your favorite map so far? What's your favorite little gimmick that's going on with the Halloween update? But thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.